Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Thamriyell. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV Online with Elliot Rosepetal. And as you can see, my UI looks a little weird. God, this feels like, for some reason, this moment right here for me feels like a deja vu. I don't know why. It feels like I've done this before. I remember this from somewhere before. And I remember even activating this ability before. I don't know, deja vus are weird. Makes me feel a little odd about myself. Anyway, we're back to Final Fantasy. Let me go ahead and adjust layout. I adjusted my layout a little bit. I actually saw a live streamer on YouTube, and I really liked his layout and what he had going for himself, so I decided to replicate it and try to make it look kind of similar. So I got 4 bars for myself, like 4 rows of abilities that I'm going to fill up as I go on, and then 3 side rows just for whatever. Move the experience bar down here, the limit bar is going to be over here as well, and then menu is just nice and compiled like this. I wanted to play with the controller today, but I decided, you know what? I'm more comfortable, to be honest, when it comes to this game with a PC and mouse. I'm more functional when it comes to PC and mouse. Relearning everything on controller and trying to remember that at the same time for every single character on controller and PC and mouse would be, difficult. So I'm just gonna stick to controller for this game. There are other games out there that I love to play on a controller, but for this game, I'm just so into it right now. My main character, and leveling out professions, that I feel more comfortable with keyboard and mouse. For people that play on PS4s, I'm jealous of you. I don't know how you do, but you do some amazing work and amazing healing, tanking, and DPS on control. It's incredible. Anyway, today we're going to be trying to join a grand company. We're going to be listening to what the grand companies have for us. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make the way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of Envoy. Thereafter, you traveled to the realm. I don't know why my face cam is going weird. Whatever, I'll just deal with it later. Along those in need without thought of reward, confirming that Thancred and the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the Primal Ifrit. Which we did in the last episode. It was an epic fight. If you haven't seen it, check it out. You have achieved a great deal in short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Elliot. Or rather, you have guests. Who might that be? Beg pardon? Hello there. Ah, milady Minfilia, radiant as always. I'm given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into the midst. I'm here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limson and Minsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. I think I got the voices down pretty well for them. As you can see, Elliot, your recent exploits have garnered your attention of the grand companies in Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all 3 have sent officers to court you. We've been courted here. Well then, they would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have the evidence that they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I found myself wondering how word of Elliot's deeds spread so quickly, that the immortal flames should know of their triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Did she actually have something to do with it? She better not have. Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Rosepetal. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face a Primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant women such as you. Join our strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure the peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to meet you, Mistress Rosepetal. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Almajah and the other dead primals, yours was already a respectful name in Ul'dah. Our people know you and love you well. A woman of our talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together Let us see the grand vessel of Limsuna to the shores of glory. Quite a difficult choice here to make. They're just waiting there. Lady Manphilia. Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of the respective city-states in times of strife. So kind of like factions. It's sort of like joining a faction of the three cities, the older Limsuna and Gridania, but not really, they don't war each other. Excuse me. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsuna, the Order of Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Just what I said. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you'll be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you're agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserve your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you're entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will of course recall the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I'm given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? Yes, I'm down for it. A fine suggestion. You're wise as you're beautiful, my lady. He's trying to kiss up to her. Very well. Let Elliot hear our leaders speak, then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. All 3 said at the same time, and I can't do 3 voices at the same time, so... Lack of immersion. Aw, cheer up. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited for the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it's not the only benefit. You are progress of great power, Elliot, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must need to be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you will be one woman among many, a friend among friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Alright, so pretty much they have more benefits to join a Grand Company than going solo. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you'll be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Elliot, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it's time you made ready on your journey. Before we depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the resemblances services are due to take place. Yeah, can't speak. I'm surprised I didn't mess up that much in that conversation. My throat is going so dry right now. Had a long day. What's going on here in chat? I'm just reading the FC chat. Something bad happened to our FC, and I don't know what the face game is freaking out at me. Hopefully it's good enough. I don't know. I'll just deal with it sometime later. If the face cam looks weird, I can just always take it out. Anyway, now we gotta go speak to Tataru and figure out where we gotta go, because we got plenty of places we can go to, right? And we have to go to the 3 capital cities and watch the leaders give them the speech. And after that, choose our grand company. I'll probably... Actually, I kind of want to re-listen to the speeches again, just to see which one that, you know, clicks with me. The one I shall not choose is the Serpents, because my main character is already with the Serpents. I want to choose a different one this time. Anyway, we had some issues with the free company. The guild leader and the co-guild leader left, and now we're like, I don't know what to do. So we gotta just go with the flow for now, just figuring stuff out. And I'm actually taking the initiative of not really an officer position, but more of a support position, and gonna be doing stuff on the side to try to help out and stuff. So yeah, I'm sorry about the attention you're getting, Elliot. I might have sung your praise a little too loudly and often to a few too many people. Ahem. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. You don't have to do that. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the Remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of Twin Adder, will hold their first of the 3 services, and an elder seat Kan-E-Senna will deliver her address at Miqo'te's amphitheater. Okay. I should probably mention at this point that due to organizational changes involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about it, so make Gridania your first port to call. Next, you need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Raban Alduin will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there'll be a specific and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to stateroom in Listener Minsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Melrib Bluefishwind, I got her name right this time, will be given her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry Xanthael, and he'll admit you. Got all that? So rough. That's a lot of information to dump on somebody. Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city estates in my pre-described order, though. With your recall of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may as well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Thank you, appreciate it. Alright then, let's go do this. First of all, we gotta go to Gridania, so instead of traveling anywhere, I'm just gonna teleport. Because just make it easier. Let's see, Gridania, we have to go to Amphitheater, so let's go ahead and take fast travel right to the capital city, and then we'll get up there. Hey, well, look at that, my face can actually kind of fix itself, I don't know. Every single time I run this game, it's like, things don't work, and then things work, things don't work, things work, I don't know, it's weird. Maybe it's the fact that I'm running DirectX 11 or something. Maybe I need to switch back to DirectX 9 or something. Who knows? I'll figure it out at certain point. But right now it's working, so that's all I need. And Shadowplay's recording. Anyway, this is where we get to make an important choice. Well, I guess not really too important per se for the player, but it is an important choice because it's a free company, not a free company, grand company that we'll be sticking with for a while. It's gonna take a drink of water, but I decided not to. And from them, we'll be able to get our first Chocobo mount, which, you know, we'll just have the adornments of whatever faction we choose. So if you go with Maelstrom, they'll have like the red adornment. If you go with, you know, Twin Snakes or Twin Adder, they'll go with yellow adornment. And then if you go with the Flames, I think we get like blue, dark blue adornment. I think that's what the color is. It's our dark blue gold. I think it's like navy blue actually. Maybe. Let's go ahead and head over to the amphitheater though, and figure out where, you know, we'll just listen to the speech, and I'll probably just hide the face cam and just allow people, you know, allow you and me to watch it together. The best part is though, the amphitheater stuff and the amphitheater scenes and all the talking scenes are voice acted, so I don't have to read anything, and that's wonderful to me. Oh, look at the fireworks in the background, look at that. Looks absolutely amazing. The fireworks in the background and everything, because right now what's happening is that there's a summer event, a very awesome summer event that I haven't really done anything with this character. Look how pretty it looks. Look how nice, like this scene right here looks really nice and pretty. We got fireworks, we got this thing. Look at this. This is nice. This is real nice. I mean, the tree's kind of in a way, but still. This is really nice. I kind of like this. It's a really nice scene. Go ahead and actually hide the HUD. Just walk around here and look around places. Got all these festivities, balloons, all this. Oh my god, I love it. It just feels so festive, and I absolutely love the feel I get from this place. Let's go ahead and unhide the HUD so I can know what's going on and where to go. There we go, destination. There we go.
I lost my son to the Calamity.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the Calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the Calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For all
forest.
the elementals!
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal and are questionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and want to summon the bloodthirsty Primal, Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the Primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do not do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are yet bound by peace treaty, though one wonders how long will it be before it's broken. The Twelveswood was greatly wounded during the Calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to the woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Guardians like it or not, Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of capable adventurers prove to them then? Now these two are an interesting couple. They're an interesting couple indeed. They come up a lot in the actual story, and actually in Heaven's Ward, Alphanal plays a huge part. But we'll get to that when we get there. we still got, you know, we still got a decent chunk to go. I'm actually pretty excited to see, like, to get to the Heaven's Wall part and play that. And there's a part right before Heaven's Ward that we actually got to play as well. Looks like the face cam glitches out only during heavy cinematics. I think it's fixed itself. I don't know what's going on. Right now, we got to get to Ulda and get to Steps of Nald. There we go. Fast travel there. And then from there, we'll go to the main hall. I also like the music in the background. It's very solemn, yet kind of peaceful. I like that.